Saladin. Today I have stolen my apron back from Ramel because we're going to do some baking today, and we've also decided to try and eat more fruit and vegetables this week, so for that reason we're going to make chocolate courgette cake. Okay, so first we need to combine the dry ingredients, so I'm going to sift the flour into the bowl. Okay, that'll do for now. Just shake it in there, get all the lumps out. Let's go for the whole thing, the whole shebang. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Oh, look at that. So it's nice and fine and silky now. And we're going to add our 50 grams of cocoa powder as well. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder just to try and help it rise a bit. But we're using self-raising flour, so it shouldn't be a problem. But let's just give it a bit of a hand. Add a bit of baking powder in there anyway. And what else do we need? 1 teaspoon of salt. Alright, just a little bit, pinch of salt. Okay, so just combine the dry ingredients. A bit messy, it's okay. Ramel can clean it up later. Okay, alright, that's fine, we'll leave that there. Alright, so we'll just put that to one side and crack on with the courgette. This is the fun part. And we're going to grate these bad boys. We're going to trim the ends off the courgette first. That will do. And the other ones you need about 2 medium courgettes. Okay, now we're going to grate the courgette. This is where it gets a little bit messy. Just be careful with your fingers at this part. I once grated my thumb in primary school and it wasn't a very nice experience. Okay, the courgette is ready. Look at that. Looks so green and healthy. Okay, now we're ready to combine the sugar. So we need another bowl, and I'm going to tip in this sugar mountain first. So let's add the olive oil. Put it all in there. Just want to combine it really well. So we're combining all the wet ingredients. Okay, now let's beat the egg. Okay, we'll add the egg a bit at a time. So you want to cream the sugar with the oil and the eggs. So it's all combined. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, just makes everything better. Okay, in goes the vanilla. Look at that, silky smooth. Okay, look at that, lovely. Right, we're ready to add the courgette now. Just tip that in. Okay. Let's add the dry mix. Stir in the flour mixture. Just want to fold that in. Add some more flour. Ramel, how do you say add the dry ingredients in Tagalog?
Paghaluin ang mga dry ingredient.
Say it again.
Paghaluin ang mga dry ingredients.
There you go. That's how to say it in Tagalog. Paghaluin mga dry ingredients. Is that right?
Very good. How are we doing?
Good. Let's add the last bit. Oh, let's just add it all. There we go. So one of my goals this year is to learn some Tagalog, and if you subscribe to Saladin, if Ramel gets 1,000 subscribers, I've promised to do a whole cooking video in Tagalog by the end of the year. So we'll see if that happens. If you have any tips to help me learn, drop them in the comments below, or anything I should watch, any good Filipino dramas, cooking shows, good songs. I just remembered, today I feel like adding a little bit of cinnamon to this, just to, you know, give it a kick of spice. So let's see if it makes a difference. Okay, I've just added a pinch of cinnamon, a teaspoon of cinnamon. Add a bit extra flavour, a little bit of spice to the mix. Okay, I think we're ready. We're ready to bake. Look at that. Courgette never looked so good. It's a good way to eat your vegetables. Sneak them into some chocolate cake. Okay, now it's time to prepare the tin. Normally I line the cake tin with baking parchment or baking paper, but I forgot to buy some yesterday, so I'm just going to grease it really well and hope for the best. Wish me luck. So we're ready. Let's pour the cake mixture. Let it fill out. Another way you can do this is to pour it into muffin trays or cupcake cases if you want to make smaller portions to share, but we're going to have it all in one big beastie cake. Get it all out. Ramel, you're going to lick the bowl?
I'm gonna wait until it's baked.
Right, you don't want to eat the raw courgette in the cake mix.
Okay.
This spatula is my favourite thing. It gets everything out of the bowl, so it's really good. You don't want to waste anything, scrape it all out. It's good for when you want to lick the bowl too, because you can get every drop. Much more efficient. Okay, so let's pop it in the oven. The oven is ready. It's preheated to 180. I'm going to put it on the middle shelf of the oven. And we'll leave it for about 40 minutes. And then we'll check and see if it's ready. Okay, it's been just over 40 minutes, so let's test the cake and see if it's ready. Moment of truth. Okay, it doesn't smell burnt, so that's a good sign. Still a little bit of a wobble, so let's see if this comes out clean. You know what, I think it needs a few more minutes. This is a deep cake. I've lost the whole cocktail stick. So you can see there's a bit of chocolate there. It's a bit wet, so we're going to pop it back in. A few more minutes, just be patient, and then we can eat some chocolate cake. Alright, let's take out the cake. So we're going to leave the cake to cool for a few minutes, and while we're waiting, let's make the icing. Okay, so we're going to do a really simple chocolate icing and just boil some double cream, and then we're going to pour it over some chocolate to melt it and stir it. So we need to bring that to the boil. And you want it on medium high and wait till we see it bubbling. Alright, it's bubbling away. That's boiling, so let's take it off, and we're going to pour it over the chocolate to melt it. Okay, use my handy spatula to get it all out. Okay, so we're just going to stir until the chocolate's all melted. I can smell the chocolate, see the chocolate, and hopefully soon I'm going to be eating the chocolate too. Okay, so when it's all smooth, it's ready. So we're going to leave it for a few minutes just to cool down a little bit before we spread it over the top of the cake. Okay, the cake is ready, so we're going to add some icing on the top. So let's just dollop some of the chocolate icing in the middle, and then we'll spread it around the cake so it covers the whole surface. Look at that. If you've ever seen Matilda, then you'll know who this cake reminds me of. Good old Bruce Bogtrotter. So here we go, chocolate courgette cake. It should be nice and moist because that's what the courgettes do. Just trying to get the sides. Kind of feel like a bit of bricklayer when I'm doing this bit. Putting the chocolate cement on the cake. Although hopefully it won't taste like a brick. And for the finishing touch, I'm going to add a little bit of lime zest on top. I like the colour coordination. Okay, so there we have it, our chocolate courgette cake. I'm ready to eat. Let's dig in. Kain tayo. Paalam. Goodbye.